Iggy Azalea splurges or spends $1 million on a Rolls Royce and brags she has the same wealth manager as George Clooney after joining OF. So Iggy Azalea's foray into OF is paying off big time. This week, the Australian rapper posed inside of a Rolls Royce Phantom after picking up the luxury car from a dealership. Now, what's kind of funny about the Rolls Royce, I've seen a couple in person, and they don't actually really look that good. I mean, they pretty much look like a boat on wheels, at least to me, right? So I just think it's kind of funny that someone would spend like $1 million on this. So while it's unclear how much the 32-year-old spent on the vehicle, the average cost for a Phantom can be as high as the Australian dollar in 1 million Australian dollars, I guess, after sharing a pair of photos of herself posing up a storm inside her latest purchase. The rapper was forced to hit back at a troll who questioned her finances. Probably not a smart financial purchase if you're a rapper that has to start in OF to supplement your non existent music income, but hey, congratulations, they tweeted. So that's her posing in the Rolls Royce Phantom and all that kind of stuff. Now, the thing is, with a lot of these cars, especially with like Rolls Royces, Bentleys, that kind of stuff, the luxury type of cars, they drop in value by a disgusting amount. Like you could probably buy like a pre-owned Rolls Royce for like half the cost of a brand new one that might only be like a couple years old. That's what's crazy about it. So firing back, Iggy wrote, I've done 70 sold out arena shows with Pitbull in the last 2 years. I sold a portion of my masters for 8 figures less than 3 months ago. And she added, I have the same wealth manager as George Clooney, and yes, and OF. You're boring. The thing is, I understand probably why some of these rappers or ladies that decide to do this, or celebrities that are female that decide to do this, because it's basically easy money for them and it's recurring, right? They can pretty much like post a couple photos, maybe a video, probably not even really show anything on their OF, and still make hundreds of thousands of dollars due to the size of their audience. And that's per month, right? So, another way to look at it, if you knew that there's a pretty good likelihood that almost every single month you're going to make 6 figures, if you did something without really having to show really anything, would you do it? A lot of people would. I mean, this is a lot of money for barely any effort, really at all. You could use it on your phone. Like, think about it like this. Imagine you knew a way that for sure you can make more money per month than a doctor makes in a year in 5 minutes of work using your phone. Would you do that? Right? A lot of people would. But here's the thing, not everyone can actually do that. Someone like the Iggy Azalea girl or whatever, rapper chick, she could probably do that just because of her audience. Like, you need a pretty thick audience to be able to do something like this. And there's a lot of people that cannot do it. And the real issue when I see something like this is that she's probably going to have quite a few female fans that probably think, oh, if Iggy could do this and make a good amount of money to where she could spend potentially $1 million Australian on a brand new Rolls Royce, then I could also make that type of money because maybe I'm as attractive as Iggy, right? But the problem is a lot of her fans pretty much do not have her size of a following, so they can't really make her type of money. That's the thing that kind of like scares me when I see something like this because there's bound to be like a 1% of her fan base that wants to try to do what she's doing, and they're not going to get anywhere near her revenue, like at all. So Iggy hasn't been shy about flaunting her lavish lifestyle on social media. She was recently spotted sunning her curves on a luxury yacht in the Bahamas, and this week posed on a private jet in a midriff top and G string. I bought a new house today, she tweeted earlier this month before adding, I still own the one I'm in too, but I'll sell it soon. And here's the thing, I hope she's doing okay financially speaking, but I don't know. The problem that I see with a lot of these rappers, a lot of these celebrities, guy or girl or whatever, they like to spend a lot of money on some of the dumbest items, right? Now, here's the thing, if you're making like 3 million a year after tax, buying a $1 million car technically isn't out of the question. I mean, it's foolish, but it's not technically out of the question. Eh, just crazy though. I mean, spending so much money. So Iggy has been open about her eye-watering wealth in recent months after critics accused her of falling off after her last album failed to make the charts. The Black Widow star sold the rights to her music and publishing catalog last November to Domain Capital for an eight-figure sum. This included her signature hit Fancy, along with songs like Cream and her Ariana Grande collab Problem. After getting backlash from fans on social media for the sale, Iggy clapped back, I sold a portion of my catalog to who I wanted for an amount that means I don't have to work another day in my life. Like, here's the thing. This is actually a pretty good statement to basically make. And here's the thing. I hope that this is actually the case in her situation because I think everyone would love to get to a point in their life where if they do something, like something big, that they can literally make so much money that they literally never have to physically put in work at all if they don't want to, right? The only problem that I see with her making a statement like that is like pretty soon afterwards, she just basically blows a lot of money on a car that's going to just be hammered and just basically be slashed in like the value of that vehicle. That's the thing that kind of like worries me. Anytime I see someone just spend a crazy amount of money, right? Like I hope, financially speaking, she's doing okay. I hope, but oof, man, that is horrible. Happy Big Red Boot Day. Interesting. Hold on. Let's see. This is her Twitter account. I'm guessing. So she has 7.8 million followers on Twitter. That's pretty crazy. Hold on. Her link tree, I guess. Apparently she likes skaters, I guess. I don't know. I mean, apparently she still does some sort of music still. Apparently she's promoting her OF in the air. Interesting. She has a YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram. 17 million followers on Instagram. That's pretty crazy. The thing is, I mean, she probably actually is able to make a really good amount of money still just from like her social media. So if anything, even if she's not really like a big rapper anymore, she could still probably make a few $1 million just being an influencer, even if she didn't do the whole OF thing. But the OF thing, she could probably make some really good money every single month. Which I kind of wonder just like how much money some of these girls are making. Because, like, the way I see it is like, imagine you had your own Netflix and you had a million people paying you $10 a month or something like that. Like, that is some crazy stuff. That type of money is crazy. Because since it's recurring, that's 10 million a month, 120 million a year. The amount of power that you have from that type of money because it's recurring is insane to me. I kind of wonder what she charges on the OF. Let's see. OF. Let's see. Hopefully there's nothing like nude on here or whatever. Okay, nothing nude. Let's see. $25 per month. Okay. Let's see. I was kind of hoping to see if there's like some sort of engagement, I guess. Although I think it's funny that she's basically saying, "Oh, this is completely her property," like sharing all this stuff. But like, I think there's probably people sharing this stuff already. I guess is usually the case with all these OF ladies. Let's see. Any engagements? Okay, don't know. So she charges $25 per month. There's some subscription bundles of like 3 months, 5% off for 71.25, 6 months, 10% off, 135, 12 months, 225. But let's just see. So she has what? 17 million followers. Let's see. So I'm looking at the comments that she basically gets on her posts, and it seems like on average, probably about 1 to 2,000 people actually like actively commenting on her Instagram post. So let's do this calculator. Let's do 2,000 people at $25 per month, $50,000 a month times 12 months. So potentially she could probably maybe like at minimum make like $600,000 a year. I mean, I'm probably going to be expecting her to probably make anywhere from like 1 to 4 million a year. I mean, it could probably be a lot higher just because of how big of her following. These are like very conservative numbers, so she's probably making a lot of money. But again, like I don't have anything against someone who ends up doing the OF stuff. I just really like the business model of recurring revenue because it's just so interesting to me because it's just like imagine that $50,000 a month coming in pretty much every month. Yeah, you're gonna have some people like decrease their subscription. There's gonna be some people that increase their subscription. So it's just like it probably ranges could range anywhere around this number, right? And again, this is just a number using very small engagement as like a potential subscriber base. But I mean, when you have like 17 million followers, if you don't have at least 2,000 people paying you $25 a month for this, you're obviously failing at promoting it. But wow, 50K a month. Like, what would you do if you were making $50,000 a month? Because that's a lot of money. Like, there's a lot of doctors, a lot of lawyers that do not even make close to that type of money. Now, some business owners will make this type of money, but not everyone will. Like, this is a pretty hard number to actually get to, and the fact that it's like recurring is just amazing to me.